Hello, I'm Emma Hammett from First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about teenagers and things that they should know in order to keep themselves that little bit safer when they're out and about. I'm a parent of 2 teenagers and my son is booked on his holiday with 18-year-olds to go to Ayia Napa after his exams. I must be stark raving bonkers. But it's about preparing them, and we can never fully prepare them, and I know that, and I know accidents happen, but if you're able to give them a little bit of information that means that they are that little bit more risk aware and risk averse, and that they would know how to help themselves and other people if an accident happened, then that can only be a good thing. A survey from the British Red Cross worked out that 532,000 young teenagers had been left to cope with a friend that was drunk. And I know both my 2 have had to do that. And it's really important that they know what to do if that child, another child is sick, injured or unconscious. And if it's due to alcohol, that they know exactly how to put them into the recovery position and keep their airway open, and that it is okay to get help. It may be alcohol, it may be drugs. Teenagers explore, teenagers experiment, that's what they do. But if we can give them a little bit more information so that they can easily recognise when something is seriously wrong, then that is all the better, and that's a good thing to do. 1/4 of young people have had to deal with asthma attacks. 1/3 of teenagers have had to cope with someone who's had a head injury, and 1/5 of teenagers have had to deal with a friend who's choking. And it's frightening. And from the Red Cross statistics, they said that 44% of the teenagers panicked, 46% of them simply didn't know what to do, and 97% of young people believed that if they'd had some first aid training and some risk awareness and knew a little bit more, it would improve their confidence, skills and willingness to act in a crisis. So we're not only empowering our teenagers for their own lives and safety and well-being, we're empowering them to be able to look after their friends, because it's at this time when they're out and about and they're independent with their friends and they haven't got their parents with them. So alcohol, as I said before, make sure that they know how to put someone in the recovery position and how to tell if they are breathing or not breathing, and if they're not breathing, how to do CPR, if they are breathing, exactly how to put them in the recovery position, and how to ensure that they're over far enough so that the airway is remaining clear, and that they're checking for breathing, they're keeping the person warm, and they're getting help on the way. Alcohol can make it harder for you to maintain your body temperature, and if somebody is outside, it's possible that they can develop hypothermia as well. So really important that they are kept warm and they're kept dry and they're kept safe. Drugs, people react all different ways when they've taken drugs, and it's important that other people know not to put themselves at risk, and that they know how to help if somebody has taken something. The person that's taken the drug may not know exactly what they've taken. That's the scary thing about buying stuff out and about. Asthma attacks, make sure that our teenagers are always carrying their asthma medication with them. And the same if they are allergic to stuff. There was a fairly recent fatality from someone who felt they were pretty good at avoiding the things they were allergic to, and sadly the plain chicken that he had turned out to have been contaminated. He had an allergic reaction and he didn't have his EpiPen with him. So make sure that they're not ashamed to carry their medication, and that their friends know how to help them as well, be with any of the sort of long-term conditions that are out there. Make them feel comfortable sharing that information. And ensure that they would know how to help if someone was hit by a car, or if they'd fallen from a height as well, when to move them, when not to move them, and when to get help. I hope that's been helpful and good, and That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com. And good luck to all your teenagers with their exams. And I hope they have lovely holidays too. Thank you very much.